Welcome to General Biology Online. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the things you need to know in order to succeed in this course. My name is Sad Kabasa. You can reach me at my office in OE202, or you can call me in my phone during my office hours. And if you can leave a comment or call me, then you can reach out to me via Canvas message. So I prefer Canvas message over email because when you send me a Canvas message, I already know in which course you're in and what section you're in. So it's going to be easier for me to answer your questions. I want to talk about the reasons for the way this course is structured, and it's inspired based on this survey that they did to employers, and they asked employers what skills they want to have in college graduate. And the top things that employers are looking for in college graduates are being able to communicate effectively, oral and written, be able to think critically, be able to analyze, apply information to the real world, solve complex problems, be able to make ethical decisions, be able to work in a team and collaborate, and be able to be creative and innovative and have some knowledge of science. And so all these are the things that we're going to be working in this course, and you will be developing these skills which are going to help you. It doesn't have to be a biology major. This is going to help you in whichever career you're going to be taking in your life. And if you think about it, of what would your future job look like? Are you going to be in an auditorium listening to some lecturer talk for many hours and then answer multiple choice questions on a bubble sheet? Most likely there is no job like that. Your job most likely is going to be involved working with a group of people from different backgrounds with different expertise, solving a problem that none of you have ever encountered, but trying to use all the information that you can have together. In today's world, that group is probably going to be meeting online, and you might not be being in the same space. You're probably going to be spread all over the world, and you'll be working with people with different cultures and different majors with different expertise, and all working together in an online environment trying to solve something that none of you have encountered. This course is going to give you an experience in what that environment looks like. And one common misconception that students have about learning is they think that a class is something where you just attend the class and knowledge gets poured into you. But unfortunately, that's not how learning works. But unfortunately, the way learning works is really more like a gym. So school has like all the tools that a gym has in order to get an exercise. In this case, is workout for your brain. It's really you who has to be doing the weightlifting, right? So if you see here, the personal trainer is not the one holding the weights. So it's the same thing when we have a class. We design the exercises that students can do so that they will get the learning, but you guys are the ones who have to do the actual exercises, and the activities of this class are designed to help you learn and to take you to the steps that you would need to take in order to learn. But you need to do those steps. I cannot do those steps for you, because if I do those steps, I will be the one learning, but that's not how you will be learning, and I already learned this stuff. So how to access this course? This is through Canvas, so you need to go through canvas.fiu.edu and log in with the same credentials that you use for your email. Go to Canvas and log in. And when you log into Canvas, you're going to see the home page. All the content is going to be in the page called Modules. So click on the Modules page, and that's where you will see the content. And then you'll have to scroll down to see all the content listed there. The first week is the introduction week, so you can see all the items for the introduction week, and then scroll down and you will see the items for the first module of content. Let's take a look at a typical module. So if you scroll down on the modules pages to a module, let's say module 1, you're going to see something like this. Each module has a very similar format. So when you first open look at the module, you're going to see that only a few of the links are available. This is because you're expected to move through the items sequentially, so that only one item is visible at a time, and when you complete that one, you will get access to the next one. And so the first items that you would see are this listed with the chapter number and the chapter title. When you click there, you're going to see the online lectures, the video lectures are there. So when you click on those, the first thing that's going to be listed on that page are the learning objectives for that chapter. The learning objectives is your study guide. So they list the concepts and the skills that you need to develop during that module or during that chapter. And this is what is going to be tested on the exams and quizzes. Or what I strongly recommend that you do is that you take those learning objectives and try to answer them as you watch the videos. This will help you stay focused on the videos, so you know what you need to pay attention to, you know what you need to be getting from those videos, and you can start taking notes on those. And then as you progress through the module and you do the other activities, add more notes to those learning objectives as your understanding of those concepts is going to improve. And this is not only important because you will learn better, but also at the week that we have exams, you're going to be asked to submit your answers to the learning objectives as part of the study guide. You might as well start working on that now as you watch every chapter. It's going to help you as you progress through the chapter, and when you get to the exam, you're going to have that done, and then you just have to review your notes on your learning objectives. And the next link is the Play Pause It assignment. So when you click on that Play Pause It assignment, it would open the Play Pause It. The Play Pause It assignment is an assignment that includes the videos, the video lectures. Most of those videos are made by me, but I've also used videos from other sources. Interspersed in the video, you will have questions that would ask your understanding of the things that you just heard. And those questions are graded as a quiz. You will be able to rewind once you get to a question so that you can go back to the video and see if you didn't understand it well. And you have 2 attempts for each question. Some questions only have 1 attempt, and that is if the question really just mentioned the thing right before it and it's very obvious, or if it only has 2 choices. If it's only like true or false, then you only have 1 option. And those questions will count as your quiz grade. So there is a Play Pause It assignment for every chapter on the week. Most weeks have about 2 chapters, so there will be 2 Play Pause It assignments per week, or 2 Play Pause It assignments per module. Once you do all those activities, the next thing to do is to answer the discussion questions. There are about 6 questions every week. You will answer those questions based on the information that you got from the videos and from your reading. When you click on the forum, you're going to have the instructions on how to answer the module and then the list of questions. Every week there are about 6 questions. You should answer all of them, and you should answer them honestly. So this first post is mostly graded on completion basis. It's your opportunity to look at all the things that you read from the chapter, that you watch in the videos, and use that information to answer those questions to the best of your ability. This is not about getting the perfect answer, so you can ask Google to get the perfect answer, but if you do that and you just copy and paste the answer from somewhere else, you're not going to be learning. So the point of this is to help you synthesize the information that you learn from the videos and that you learn from reading the chapters. Once you answer those 6 questions and you post your answers, you will get access to the answers that I posted. So look at those answers and compare those to your answers, and then you have to do a second post where you reply to your original post and you explain if your answer was correct. Then you have to say why it was correct. You say it was correct because I was able to list all the characteristics of living organisms, which are this 7, and I was able to explain this, and you have to be very thorough on why it was correct. If your answer was incorrect or something was missing, then you have to say what was missing. I forgot to list this characteristic. I didn't say this thing about viruses. It has to be very specific. So if you say, my answer was correct, that is not valid. Or if you say, oh, my answer just didn't have enough details, that's also not a valid feedback. It's not going to count. You need to say why it was correct, or you have to say what was missing that will make it correct. So make sure you show evidence that you've read the answers that I posted, and then you incorporate that into your second post. Every week that we're covering new content, you're expected to do the following activities. You should read the textbook for the chapters assigned for that week, complete the Play Pause It assignments for that week, either attend your PLTL session. If you cannot attend PLTL, then you can replace it by taking the Master in Biology assignments, but I do recommend that you do PLTL preferentially. After that, answer all the questions in the discussion board, and then look at the correct answers posted and post a reflection to how will you improve your original post. If your answers were all correct, then post a reply to one of your peers, giving them feedback on how they could improve their answers. These assignments take a significant amount of time. Reading the textbook takes at least an hour for every chapter. Same thing for completing the play posit assignments, at least 1 hour for each, maybe more. And completing a PLTL takes an hour and 15 minutes, and mastering biology assignment takes also about over an hour to complete. Same thing with answering the discussion questions. So these things take a lot of time, and you should not plan to do them all the day that they're due. You should spread them out and do them on different days. You should take at least 3 days out of the week to work in this course. There are 2 options for textbook for this course, and which option you pick really depends on whether you sign up for PLTL or you do Mastering Biology. So there is a free ebook from OpenStax. You can download it from the syllabus link. It's absolutely free if you just use the ebook. And if you're doing PLTL, you can do PLTL and this ebook, and you won't have to pay for anything in this course. If you're doing Mastering Biology, then it makes more sense to buy also the Campbell Biology in Focus book. So this is the book that is associated with those Mastering Biology assignments, and you will get a discount if you purchase both of them together. You can either use the 2nd or the 3rd edition if you buy it used. Even if you decide that you're doing PLTL, I will still recommend that you buy the InFocus book. You can buy it used for a cheaper version. Although the content is the same as the free ebook, the Campbell Biology in Focus is better written. It has a better narrative, a better explanation, and it gives you more context for the things that you're learning. And it also has better graphics and better images that are easier to understand. So if you can find an affordable version of the Biology in Focus, I really recommend that you go for this book. The free ebook has all the information, but it's very bare bones. It just has like the definitions and a very limited explanation. So the Biology in Focus is a better resource. You have 2 options for the supplemental instruction. You can either do PLTL or you can do Mastering Biology. I strongly recommend that you do PLTL because this is an online class that has non-synchronous interactions built in, which means you really don't have a space to get your questions answered immediately. But if you attend PLTL, in PLTL you will get the opportunity to discuss the content with your peers and also with a peer leader that has taken already this course and done well on it. So you can have your questions answered immediately. You get also a lot from the discussion with your peers and getting to hear other people's experiences and other people's way to explain the concept is really enriching. So I really strongly recommend that you do PLTL. If you absolutely cannot do PLTL because none of the available times work for you, then as a last resource, you can do Mastering Biology, but it should be really your last resource. And PLTL is free, while Mastering Biology, you will have to pay for the registration. And the registration for Mastering Biology lasts for 2 years. It can be quite expensive. While you can do PLTL or Master in Biology, keep in mind that the grade will come from a full semester or one or the other. So you cannot do one week and then the next week do the other. It has to be a full semester of PLTL or a full semester of Master in Biology. You can complete both of them, and that would be ideal. And then whichever highest grade you got, that's the one that will count. But it has to be a full semester of one or the other. To enroll in Mastering Biology, make sure you're using Chrome as your browser. It doesn't work well on other browsers and you might get weird errors. So use Chrome as your browser and then navigate into Canvas, into our Canvas course, and select from the left menu where it says My Lab and Mastering. And when you click there, then click on Open My Lab and Mastering, and that is going to open a sign up page for you to create an account. When you're done, you click Close to continue registering. And then it's going to give you options for purchasing the access. If you bought from the bookstore or from somewhere else the book with the access code, you can just enter it here. If you are going to just buy the ebook without access to Mastering Biology, then you can select this option. And to buy Mastering Biology with access to the ebook, then you will click on this other option. here at the bottom on very small font, they also have the option to get temporary access without payment for 2 weeks. So I recommend you use this option if you are signing up for PLTL and maybe you're trying it out and see if your schedule works and which one is better for you. Sign up for the free access for 2 weeks and try Mastering Biology and see how that goes. If you have technical problems with Mastering Biology, you please go again to My Lab and Mastering on our Canvas site, and then here click on it says Get Help and Support so that someone from Pearson can help you with either login issues or whatever it is that you're having. Why do we do all these assignments? And the reason we do these assignments is because I want you guys to learn. The fact that this is an online course doesn't mean that you're just going to skip by, pass without knowing any biology. And the way we learn is really by interacting with the material many times and in different levels. So the first level that we need to interact with the material is the exploratory level. This is where we are introduced to what the concepts are and we understand what they are. Then you need to develop the concept. So this is where you understand how it works. So you're able to explain what the process is, how it works. And the final step, the highest level, is when you're able to apply and integrate that information. So you're able to use it in a new context, you're able to apply it to a new situation. So how is that related to the assignments that we have? The exploration is based on the information you get from the lectures and the textbook. Then you move to the next level, and here's where you're going to understand how it works. So this is going to make you practice the processes, the steps in the process. Once you understand how it works, you will be ready to do the next step, which is to apply it to a new situation. And to help you practice how to do that is when the homework questions are. So the first post for the homework questions is really low stakes. In your second post, then you get to compare how you were supposed to use that information. And then the quizzes and exams will test whether you're able to now use those concepts and apply them to the real world or to a new situation. So this is building up. Every step is helping you get to the next level. You cannot skip the steps. If you skip the steps, it's going to be very hard. It's like trying to get to the second floor without using the stairs and just trying to jump all the way there. It's not possible. But if you do the steps, if you do every step consciously, if you watch the videos, paying attention, answering the learning objectives, and then you pay attention as you do the biology demo and assignments, how does it relate to what you read? And you answer the questions, the discussion questions, using the information that you've got from the video lectures and the textbook, then you'll be in very good shape to do very well in the quizzes and exams. So I want to wish you all the very best this semester. Know that I'm here to help you and assist you in any way possible. So please reach out to me. Don't wait until the first exam or don't wait until the end of the semester for sure. Please come by and you can call me or send me a Canvas message. We can set an appointment, anything that you need to help you do well. The best wishes, and I look forward to hearing from you and work with you this semester.